Hello, lovely. Ellie McGraw here. And do you have that familiar feeling on a Sunday night where from about 3 or 4 o'clock you realize that work's coming, work's happening the very next day, and you just don't want to do it, but you have to because you've got bills to pay, you've got people to look after, rent, all that scary adulty stuff? Well, I was in that position. And I want to teach you. Hello, lovely. It's Ellie McGraw here. Do you have that Sunday night dread? Do you have that where it gets to 3 or 4 o'clock and your whole mind and body are consumed by what the next day is going to bring? If that's you, put your hand up because it used to be me as well. That Sunday night dread was this huge component. I wouldn't sleep. I would maybe go out and party because it was easier, get me through the night. And then Monday, although it sounds counterintuitive, was kind of okay because I was more distracted by the hangover than the work that I had to do. So adding that extra degree of annoyance to myself, I guess that punishment made it easier to get through the day. And hi, I'm Ellie McGraw. If you haven't met me before, and I help women who have gotten into careers that they no longer love, or maybe they didn't love it in the first place, but they just did it because it would make good money and it was good status. And but now something's been calling them for a long time, and now's the time that they want to start listening. And one of the first things that we have to do in recognizing that there's a call there, right? I had that call where the life that I had created was slowly destroying my health, destroying my relationships, and there was no joy in there. I was so sad and angry and upset, but every day was just this drudgery of going and doing the same thing over and over again. As my mom says, it's same shit, just different bucket, right? And I think that we need to be focusing on our lives and thinking, I just don't want to get to the end of it and having done nothing that really makes me light up. That when I'm at my graveside, they have there's something that I can leave that's legacy. There's something in this world that it's better because I was in it. Not just the paycheck, not just the going through the motions, waiting to get to retirement. I'm a big believer in the fact that we just need to say yes to the things that scare us. What scares you? Because for me, using my voice scares me. And sharing stories publicly scares me. So, hi, this is me doing the thing that scares me. And when I was working in Sydney, one of the things that I had always said was I could never be my own boss. And now that relationship has always been a bit rocky, but it was something I said yes to, even though it scared me. It was opening up layers of myself that I needed to understand and work with. And that's what I want to help you do. So if you find yourself, you're in that Sunday night dread, just going through the motions, and you know that there's something's been there in the back of your mind, in your dreams, in all those things that's calling you to something bigger and better, then I want you to keep listening. I want you to keep watching the videos and just see how things land. Because it's important to stop denying those things. Because I blew up my life, right? I was in a place where I absolutely hated everything. I hated where I lived. I hated my job. I was going out and drinking all the time. And there was a point where I had this dream. And yes, it might sound woo-woo, but our dreams are our subconscious trying to give us information. And in this dream, I was in this huge bath, and the bath was lovely. There was a rubber duck, there was bubbles, it was warm, it was beautiful. But then something happened, and I slipped. And in that moment, my body just stopped right above the water. Like I could feel the moisture just on the tip of my nose. And in that moment, I was fighting. Like my head, I was screaming, I was shouting, I was trying to thrash my body, and nothing would happen. So on the inside, I was crying out for help, but nothing happened on the outside. And then this little voice came and said, just let go. And I was like, huh? What? Not letting go. If I let go, I'm going to fall. I need to keep fighting. But the voice came back and said, just let go. I was like, oh, okay. And it repeated it a few more times. And then I just let go. And what happened was nothing. I stayed there, didn't move. I was in the exact same position. But yet, all the tension, the stress, the worry, the anxiety had gone. And in that moment, I realized that I was hanging on too much, too tightly to these things that I created, thinking this was the life that I wanted. And so the next day, I spent the whole day going, what can I let go of? What can I let go of? And the answers didn't come immediately. It took a while for them to start dripping in. And I thought, oh, could I let go of this job? Could I let go of this apartment? And the good girl in me was like, no, you can't. You've said you're going to do this. You know, you have to do this. You've committed to this. But there was just something again was like, just let go. Just let go. I was like, oh, okay. And so within the space of 9 days, I had quit my job, quit my apartment, and booked a round the world ticket. Now, you don't have to do that, right? Because I've done all that work and I want to help you get there. So keep listening to these videos where I'm going to share tools and techniques. They're going to help you combat that doubt and uncertainty about following the thing that's been calling you, whatever that is. I want you to be able to just listen and observe. Find what's happening for you. What's your let go moment? And let me know in the comments if any of this has resonated with you. Because now's the time for change.